Hello and welcome to my message today on strength through the challenge, leadership development. Too many organizations lose productivity, efficiency, effectiveness, and opportunity by ignoring organizational challenges, those internal processes and social dynamics that send their most valued and talented people looking to other prospects. I am Debra Washington Gould, and thank you for joining me at this particular time to share this message on strength through the challenge, leadership development. Visionary leadership recognizes these challenges and uses them to create a forward leaning systemic environment that fosters innovation, talent retention, keeping their eyes all the time on the high performers, middle performers, and low performers. Guess who are likely not to leave your organization quickly? Those low performers. But you cannot risk, as executives and managers, to deal with your talent retention issues of high performers and middle performers ready to go to a better prospect. So foster that innovation and talent retention and organizational success, you will have it. Let Debra Gould Associates Inc. help strengthen your organization by teaching your executives and managers what it takes to make that happen. To turn roadblocks into milestones, major milestones, we help leaders think in new ways about critical challenges. That is what Debra Gould Associates would like to help and offer your organization. Think this might mean something to you if you give me just a few more minutes to kind of break it all down. Two major principles I would like to share. The first one is creative, cohesive leadership. In order for an organizational vision to be successfully implemented and maintained, executives and managers must work together to ensure a common focus. I know you can do it. Let me ask you two questions. How effective are your current conversations and strategies? What more can or should you do as executives and managers leading your organization? The next thing I would like to talk to you about is leveraging diversity. Studies show that the most innovative and productive teams have a balance of men and women in their organization for diverse racial, cultural, and social economics backgrounds. So I invite you, and this is my request, to use your active listening to hear these two questions. What do your teams look like? What more your organization can do to support the careers of women and minorities? Let me share an example of an illustration and application when we talk about leveraging diversity. A cultural exchange from a TV program that you're probably quite familiar with. I'm a baby boomer, So it's a program that I used to watch in the mid 70s. And even you probably have had a chance to see it on rerun, no matter what generation, whether traditional, veteran, baby boomer, millennial, X and Y, and even your Generation Z, your linksters now, have probably at some time watched one of these episodes. A cultural exchange from a TV program and our own life encounters is what I want to get your focus on around this leveraging diversity. The Jefferson. Does it ring a bell? The character George and the white neighbors. Do you remember their names? Tom Willis and Harry Bentley. Even though they were totally the opposite in race, national origin, these two men bothered George Jefferson as often as they could. However, by the end of the TV show, and that 30-minute sitcom just went by so quickly, but by the end of the TV show, they were neighbors that could count on each other. That's the takeaway that I want to reinforce to you. Thinking about the diverse women and minorities in your organization. There were values, assumptions, beliefs, and perspectives. And at the same time, they also all had something in similarities and differences at the same time. But they managed to resolve their conflicts. That's the main point. So I ask you a new question. Are you listening? Are you listening to the illustration and example when you think about leveraging diversity? Who are seated? And these are my final two questions that I'd like to present to you on this topic. Strength through the challenge, leadership development. Now more than ever, there is a need for diversity and inclusion. D and I should be on your radar in your organization. And my request and invitation to let Debra Gould Associates Inc. be that particular contractor that will work with you and your teams. The final two questions are, who are seated in your organization boardroom? Who are the voices at your table? Shouldn't take you long to ponder that thought or process those two questions. I am Debra Washington Gould, President and CEO of Debra Gould Associates Inc. Please contact me and I will welcome your phone call or to reach me by my website that has all of my contact information from my phone number, my email, and my fax. So please visit me at www.gouldassociates.com. That is Debra, www.gouldassociates.com. And that telephone number 504-244-6576. Thank you for the privilege of your time and allowing me to deliver this message on strength through the challenge, leadership development. Make yourself a great week on purpose.